Excel 1060, this is activity number 7. And now we're going to get into the real strength of a spreadsheet. We're going to look at creating formulas. So I've opened up the demo and it is right here. So when you enter a formula in a spreadsheet, you have to start with an equal sign. Now you never want to use a spreadsheet like a calculator and just say equals 80 times 50. Right now we're finding the area of these rectangles, so we're going to multiply these two numbers together. But if I go equals 80 and then the star is the times button, 50, and I hit enter, yes, it gives me the right answer, but if this changes, I want my answer to change. And right now that's not happening. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say equals, and then I'll just click on the cells. This cell here times, so all I did is I clicked on the cell and then I hit a multiplication sign and then I click on the next cell. When I'm all done, I say enter. And now if this number changes, you notice the formula value automatically updates. I could also type everything in and say this is equal to A5 times B5, right? You can type it in, or you can click on the cells after the equal sign and after the times. Now you should only ever have to do one formula in a row, and then the magic cursor should fill in the rest. And in fact, it's better to use the magic cursor because that way you'll be sure that you're doing it correctly. And there will be times, especially if you're doing like a business situation, where you would fill in 100 rows of the same formula. So that's a couple different ways to do multiplying. We're going to switch on over to the next sheet. And this time we're going to look at the sums. Now there's a few things we could do. I could say that this is equal to this cell plus this cell here, just clicked on it, plus click on the next one, plus click on the next one, and there we go. That works. Obviously I have the total, but there is a quicker way. The other way, first of all, you click on the cell that you want the formula in. And then, because I'm doing a sum, sums are common, so I have this auto sum button right here. I just click on it. Now, it's taking the sum of what's above it, but if you go and re-highlight, so I'm just going to click with my medical cursor right here, and hold the button, drag it across, and when I'm all done, lock it in by hitting enter. Either way works, and then the magic cursor fills everything down. Over here, again, I want a total of this column this time. Click the auto sum button. Now it doesn't matter if I get rid of this blank cell. I could change it, or I could have just hit enter. And magic cursor also works going sideways, and there we have it. Everything's done. Now this time I'm going to find the interest. So to find the interest, if you paid attention in math class, you have to multiply these three numbers together. What is the first thing I need when I'm creating a formula? That's right, I have to start with an equal sign. So equal sign first, then click on a cell, then times, then the next cell, then times, and then the next cell. Enter when I'm all done. There we go. Total value is formula, so equal, and this time it's this number, the interest I earned, plus what I started with. Right? So I earned interest, the value went up, so I add what I started with, plus the interest that I earned, and there it is. Now, I can do the magic cursor with two at the same time. I just highlight the two of them, magic cursor down, and there we go. Total, we learned about the magic sum button, so first things first, cursor goes where you want the formula. Where you want the formula, you hit the auto sum. That's exactly what I want, so I'll hit enter. The average is a little different. Now this auto sum button has a drop down button beside it, and there's a couple other options there, and I'm going to choose average. But I don't want to include the total in my average. I only want the average of these numbers up here. So I click, highlight the 7 numbers that I want, and lock it in by hitting enter. Again, I can highlight these 2, take the magic cursor, and across I go. One more time, in case you missed it the first time, for a sum, get rid of these. For a sum, put the cursor where you want, hit the sum button, and then lock it in by hitting enter. For an average, put your cursor where you want it, drop down button, choose average. Now while I have these disco lights, I can reselect. So I'll reselect, and then I'll lock them in by hitting enter. And I can highlight and fill across. So that's what you're going to be doing today. Now, a couple things. Don't lose track of the directions. So the directions in this Activity 7 folder are this, or is this document here, the activity7.doc. It's the word document. And I have that open right here. On each of the activities, it tells you what formulas you're going to need. So if you don't know, or you forgot from math class how to do the calculation, it tells you right here. And then each one of these sheets has their own markup button. There's 8 of them all together. I would recommend that you do one, you save, and then mark. So fill it all in, save it, mark it. If you don't like your answer, close it and don't save. If you do like your mark, save it, and move on to the next one. And that is Activity 7.